What's up, my people? What's good? How are you guys doing today? And welcome to another edition of A True Perspective by yours truly, Abe. Now, today I wanted to do something very different. Today I wanted to reach out to any Burundian person my age, my fellow peers, if you're my age or even older, or just my general audience. But mostly, this video is towards Burundi, because I am Burundian myself, and through this video I will be using my native tongue, which is Burundian, because I am Burundian de Burundi. But I wanted to talk about this topic. Like I said, on my channel, I will be discussing all things, all matters, political, social, economic, and just everyday regular society things. Now today I want to focus on politics and the politics side. And this is on what's going on in Burundi, in my native country. I have my trusty book here that I'll be talking about exactly what's going on. So please follow along, but listen very well, because I think it's also good for us, even if we are in a foreign country, to know what's going on back home. I think it's really important. Very, very important to know. And I would like to begin with this. Tomorrow is the elections that will determine the next Burundian president. Our current president right now is President Nkurunziza. Now, there are some facts that we must know. And if you don't know a Burundian history, when it comes to elections, they have never been peaceful. A lot of things usually happens during elections, and the people that always end up paying for it are the citizens. You know, at this time, there's turmoils in our country, a lot of turmoils. Mu Burundi hageze amatora kenshi na kenshi usanga abanoze. Abantu benshi barababara bagira ingorane nyinshi. There's so many things that go on, so I want to discuss that. So, tomorrow the 20th, May 20th, 2020, are the Burundian elections for a new president. Now, there are 7 candidates running. 7 candidates. But the 2 that are favorites and that are in the lead, their names are, first, Evariste Ndayishimiye of the political party that is called CNDD-FDD, or CNDD-FDD. And the other running mate who is favored to win is Agathon Rwasa of the CNL party. Those 2 are the ones who are favored to win the election. Those 2 out of the 7. Now, let's go back first. What exactly is the problem right now? What causes all this, to usually go so wrong? The main thing that usually causes this is called corruption. There is government corruption. The election is usually full of corruption a lot of times. All right? Now, tomorrow, whoever wins, this is some facts that I want you guys to listen to. Whoever wins tomorrow will be required by law to consult the current president, Mr. Nkurunziza. He will be required by law to consult Mr. Nkurunziza on matters of national security. Whether they have to follow them is not really clear. But they will have to consult him for advice. And Mr. Nkurunziza will be called the supreme leader. Now, that right there is funny to me. Why in the world, if you are no longer the president, why are you going to be called the supreme leader? That right there, to me, has corruption in it itself. And in fact, even more, Mr. Nkurunziza, the current president right now, he will be receiving a $540,000 retirement payout. And a luxury villa is already built for him to retire in. All right? And it will also receive a lifetime salary. So, let me say this again. Not only is he getting a lifetime salary, when he leaves office, he will be receiving $540,000. Pocket money, basically. Retirement payout. And a luxury villa will be built for him. But the person who wins the election tomorrow will have to consult him on matters of national security. And he will be called the supreme leader. What the hell? Excuse my language. What is that? A supreme leader? If your time is done, let the next person be in charge. Again, not most of the times the people that have to pay for all of this the outcomes of all this is the people itself, the citizens. It's really never fair. But let's move on. Another problem that is happening as a result of that. Many believe that the election will not be fair or free because it has been full of violence and accusations from both sides of all this, and people have lost their lives as a result of it. So it's a really big deal, and I think that us being children of Burundi, and some of us haven't even been to the country, but it's our home. It's our home. I think we need to know these things. We need to know exactly what is going on in our country, what is happening. Because with the next generation, whether we like it or not, it's our country, and we're affected by it one way or another because we have families that live there. We have dreams of going back to our country, and hopefully some of us will establish great things or will do great things about all those things. But it's politics. Politics, they affect our lives on so many different levels. But let's continue. So, and keep in mind, all of this is happening during a pandemic. The global pandemic that we know is COVID-19, coronavirus. And even another fact is that the Burundian government actually kicked out the WHO, World Health Organization. And the current president, Mr. Nkurunziza, said this, that COVID-19, God will protect us from that, or protect our citizens in our country away from that. Yes, I believe in God myself, but it never hurts. It definitely never hurts to protect ourselves and prevent ourselves. And to say something like that is just, I don't know, man. It's beyond me. It is beyond me. I don't know. And in terms of the votes as well, another big problem that will be happening is that there will be no election observers. Now, without election observers, people to observe the elections and what is going on, it causes certain problems, such as it increases the chances of election fraud, corruption, and human rights violation. People not having the right to vote fairly because you don't have anybody observing the elections. So it's really easy for, votes to be corrupted or to be, for fraud to happen, to take place, which in most cases in governments, this is literally what governments usually want, So that's a big deal. It's a big problem. But the main message I want to give, in this hard times, I'd like to send a message to Burundi that we're praying for you guys, we're praying for ourselves, we're praying for for Obumwe, Amajambere, that our country will be in peace, and whoever is next in power, hopefully that they will make a difference in terms of peace, in terms of keeping our country united, and that we, the next generation, that we hopefully will learn from this and will keep an update and know that our country is important, and everything that happens over there, we are Burundian by heart, that we should learn and want to know those things that are going on. Because they affect us every day. So I hope you engage in this video and you get to, have a perspective and have, a point to where, you want to know what is going on in our country. So, Murundi, we love you. We are praying for you. And let's just spread love and positivity throughout this whole time. And we hope that everyone is doing well in this whole times of the COVID-19. We hope that people are, staying safe. And we hope the votes goes well. We are praying that nothing happens, no people getting hurt or anything like that. People losing their lives. Because in a perfect world, we should be able to have an election, in a democracy where people are able to vote in a majority rules without having people corrupt the government. That would be a fair world. But as we all know, we do not live in a fair world. Things happen and we can't control those things because we don't have that power. So we only pray that our country gets to have someone who can actually lead us into the future. you know, kugira tugire ubumwe, tugire amajambere dutere imbere. We are the future of tomorrow. We are the kids of tomorrow, and we must know our history. That is my goal for all this. We must know our history. We must know what is going on around us in our country, our beloved country. And for those of you who don't know, Burundi is a beautiful country in East Africa. It's very beautiful. If you ever want to go, I myself hope to go there one day. I haven't been there, but I am Burundian. So, with that being said, I hope in this video that you actually get to learn something. Tomorrow will be the elections of choosing the next president. And even though you and I, and if you don't know, I think it will, there, as always, in politics, there is corruption, but we pray for the best and hope that our people will be safe. Thank you for watching. This has been another edition of A True Perspective. My name is Abe. Have a good one.